Hello, everybody. I know we're all getting ready to face this new teaching scenario this upcoming fall. The good news is that as educators, we have the opportunity to revisit some of the best teaching practices that can help us transition in a better way to this new reality. One of the best teaching practices that I would like to invite you today to revisit is formative assessment. Formative assessment is an essential part of the teaching learning process. However, it doesn't really seem to constitute a big component of the classroom culture. We tend to spend so much time designing and implementing summative assessments, and we don't really spend the same amount of time or energy creating formative assessments for our students. And I wonder why. It is probably because of the grading culture. We have students who are grade-oriented, and we need to change that. Summative assessments are the final audit of what a student knows. What happens after it is not much. We move on, we continue covering our curriculum. However, formative assessments, when implemented effectively, can positively impact student achievement and also can help us improve our teaching practice and instruction. We become more effective teachers and our students become more engaged. I have witnessed this change with my Spanish Level 3 junior class. Last year, I decided to focus on the formative assessment process to help my students develop their writing skills in Spanish. So the first thing I did was to share with them my lesson learning targets so they knew where we were heading to. And I also invited them to participate and join me in the creation of rubrics so they could become better at describing exactly what meeting the learning target looks like. After that, I created a series of checkpoints for them to complete, so when they were done, I could give them feedback on their performance. The experience overall was really rewarding, and it was great, very positive. And to be honest with you, I am 100% sure that it helped me develop a better teacher and student relationship with my students. We definitely grew stronger. This entire process was so insightful for me as a teacher. It helped me realize and mostly remember the importance of formative assessment and quality feedback to help our students meet the learning targets. And I would like to be very emphatic here and highlight that formative assessment without quality feedback is not really effective. What I also realized last year is that I was already doing a lot of formative assessments in my classroom, but what I was not doing was providing quality feedback to my students. I was mainly focusing on giving corrective feedback. And please, do not get me wrong. I know that error correction is an important part, but it's not the only type of feedback we can give to our students. And to be completely honest, at least in my classroom in Spanish, corrective feedback doesn't really invite my students to do much apart from reading my corrections and possibly rewriting the writing piece, including my corrections in their final version. Corrective feedback is not really informing my students about their learning process. Now that we're moving on to a block schedule, I invite you to rethink the importance and the weight that formative assessments have in their classroom. I believe that spending more time in creating formative assessments and providing quality feedback to our students will be key in this new transition to block schedule. Bye.